Michael Shikha Niketan Higher Secondary Government-sponsored co-ed English medium school has taken an excellent initiative of teaching and make our students learn day-to-day lessons through audio and video in our YouTube channel. Teachers of all the subjects are working hard to enhance these online classes in the midst of this pandemic situation. It is a request to all the teachers, students and guardians to click the bell icon and subscribe our channel.
So, now I am going to take class 9 and my today's topic is none other than tense. But tense, we have all learned tense in our class 7, 8, but now as we are in class 9, we need to know not only tense but also the correct forms of verbs, how to use this tense in fill in the blanks, and you need to know because as you are going to give your Madhyamik exam just after this session. It means now you are in class 9 and when you will be in class 10, you have to give your Madhyamik exam, and from class 9 you need to prepare for this Madhyamik. Okay, so in my previous session, I have done tenses, how many tenses we have and what is called tense, and how do we use these tenses, all the things I have done in my previous session. Today I am going to discuss how to do the correct forms of verbs. It may sometimes you may feel that it is very hard to do, it is very confusing. No dear, it is not at all confusing, it is a very easy one if you remember some tricks. Okay, these are some tricks. We need to follow some tricks to do the correct form of verbs. At first, see, here I have written down 6, you can say 6 series of rules or 6 series of tricks. The first one, scientific fact, universal truth, idioms or proverbs. Scientific fact, when we are discussing about any scientific fact, we need to use present simple tense, which means present indefinite tense. Okay. Next, universal truth. Universal truth means like sun rises in the east. The sun rises in the east, it never be changed, and sun always rises in the east. So it is universal truth. So when we will see any universal truth, always remember that I need to use present simple tense. Next, idiom. Idioms or proverb. Wherever you will see any idiom or any proverb, you need to use present simple, like stones gathers no moss. Okay, which stones is rolling stones gathers no moss. It is a proverb. So you need to use present simple tense here. And what is the sentence structure of present simple tense? In my last video, you have already learned present simple tense means subject plus V1 plus object. It means here you need to use the verb, the V1 form of verb you need to use in present simple tense. And so it is present simple tense. And if the situation is going on, if anything which you are doing continuously, then we need to use continuous tense. And for present continuous, we need to use verb plus ing and there will be a be verb. So let's check how many be verbs we have. Next one, be verb. You can see there will be certain questions, and in these questions you can see that in bracket there will be BEB. Then you may get confused that what it is BEB. BEB means be verb. You need to use their be verb. How many kinds of be verbs? We all know be verbs are am, is, are and was, were. Am, is, are means present tense. These are present, and was, were are past. When any be verb is in present tense, then we need to use am. Am means when first person singular number, we need to use am, and when first person plural number, then we need to use we, and is after third person singular number, then are after we use are after plural number, first person or second person or third person, whatever it is, after plural number and after second person singular and plural. Next it is past tense. Am, is, it is in past tense was, am and is, these are converted into was in past tense and are is converted into were in past tense. And one thing I have just skipped, which is in present simple tense. If we see any third person singular number, then with third person singular number always use verb s or es form. In my last session I have discussed with you how many forms we have, and in this form verb plus es, always add s or es whenever we see third person singular number. Okay, next it comes modal. We all know modal auxiliary like may, will, shall, ought to, might, should, these all are modal auxiliary. After modal auxiliary, the verb form is always the main form. It means V1, like may I speak. See, as because here is may, we need to use the V1 form of speak, which is speak. Okay, so don't be confused with modal auxiliary. After modal auxiliary, always we need to use verb 1 form. It means the main form of the verb. It means the present form. Okay, now passive voice. We all know we have two kinds of voices, active and passive. Passive means whenever we see any helping verb before the verb form, then it means it is passive. And in passive voice, always we need to use the third form of verb, which is past participle. Okay, always V3. Like if I say the book is written by him. See, the third form of write is written, so I need to use verb third form. So wherever you will see any passive voice, at first don't think anything about this, just put the third form of verb and then it becomes the correct form. And the number 5, narrating any story. You may confuse with this if it will be present tense or past tense. Don't be confused. Wherever I am narrating anything, narrating means I am telling you about something which already happened in the past. So narrating any story always is in past tense, like I went there 5 years back. So here I am narrating a story about a place which I went 5 years back. So here second form of verb, which is past tense. So narrating story always be in past simple. Okay. And the last one means which tricks we are going to apply. Among these tricks, the last one, it is present and past perfect tense. Present and past. In correct forms of verbs, you can no need to identify always the present form or past form. There will be two things. Like one is you need to identify if there will be present tense, present perfect or past perfect, and the second one is there will be has or have or had, and just you need to put the verb form. So if there will be nothing and you have to identify, then how can we identify? Present perfect means which things just have happened. Like I have come to the school. It means I am not coming. I just have come. It means little, not in the past, but little bit past of the present. We can say it. Present perfect means past of the present, which is already happened, is always described as present perfect. And we all know present perfect starts with the helping verb as or have. Has or have, present perfect. And past perfect, when two situations in the past occurs, but between these two incidents, which incident happened first? This incident was explained by past perfect tense. And past perfect tense, just remember the chart where I have discussed about all the sentence structures, all the descriptions, and from this sentence structure you can identify that what things we need to use as a helping verb, had. So now if you will see has or have or had, and after this you will get a blank, then always use V3 form of verb. It means third form of verb. Like if there will be take, what is the third form of the verb take? Yes, we all know, taken. So I need to put third form of verb, it is taken. So in a very brief way, just remember these things. So present simple tense always verb main verb form, and if there will be third person singular number, then we need to use verb s or yes form. Then be verb, we all know am, is, are, and was, were, and these are we need to put these according to the person and number. Modal, after modal always use verb main form, which is V1 form. After passive voice always use V3 form, it means verb third form, which is past participle form. Whenever we are going to narrate any story, we need to use past simple tense, it means V2 form. And after present or past perfect, after has or have, always use third form of verb. So if you are following these tricks, then I hope that you will not do any mistake in correct forms of verb. Now let's go to the examples, because if I am talking about so many rules, so many tricks, but if you don't get any example, if you don't do any practice, then you will not going to correct all the answers. But you have to get full marks in your grammar, so you need to do correct forms of verbs in a correct way. Oh, okay. The first example, see the examples. When I reach the station, the train dash, and in bracket leave. So here I have found number one verb, which is reached, and we can easily identify that this form is in past simple. So I have just told you whenever, so it means when I reached, it means that things also happened in the past. So another thing is going to happen in the past, but when I reached the station, the train already had gone. It means I need to use past perfect tense. So here I am going to write down had left. So your answer will be had left. Why? Because these two things happened in the past, and in two incidents, which incident comes first or which incident happened first, this incident will be explained with past perfect tense. Next, number 2. He was dash in brackets swear in as the chief minister for third time. So here I found a be verb was, and I can easily understand that this is in the passive voice. There will be something which is in by, and this is not mentioned here, but it is in a passive form because he was sworn by someone. So I need to use the third form of swear, which is sworn. So it will be V3 form. V3 form of swear is sworn. The next one, the robber dash in brackets strike him a blow on the head. So generally robber is not striking now because I am narrating the story of robber. So it means it was happened in the past. So I need to use V2 form of strike. It is struck. Okay. Number 4. Anil was severely injured. So it is, I need to use the past form, past simple. Anil was severely injured. Severely injured. So I get a point. It is in past tense. and he dash bleed to death. If the doctor had not, then another dash. If, it is if. If means when we use if, when I am going to tell anything imaginary. Okay, severely injured, but so I need to use here a past form of modal auxiliary like would have. Would have bled. Okay, so verbs third form and with modal. To death if the doctor had not arrived. So see, all the things are happened in the past. That's why I need to use past form of modal. I need to use another past form. And had not, it means I have to use V3 form. V3 form, here arrived, V3 form is arrived. And the next one, number 5, my teacher dash a gift of God, and here in bracket BEB. So B means here my teacher, it means third person singular number, and after third person singular number we need to use is. And you can ask me why is, why not was, because my teacher is present here, my teacher is not dead. So it means definitely it is in present tense. So my teacher is a gift of God. Definitely our all teachers are gift of God. So here I need to use is. So if there will be another sentence like to school yesterday. Now fast give me the answer. What will be the answer? Go yesterday. Yesterday means past, and so it will be, yes, I know you will get the correct answer. So it is in verb second form and it will be went. So here are the examples, and in these examples I am trying to elaborate all the things you will have in your exam, but there will be many more examples and you need to practice these many more examples from test paper, from question bank, whatever it is, from any kind of your own grammar book, any kind of grammar book. You need to do the exercises to remember the correct form of verbs and to do these kinds of fill in the blanks properly. So this is all about tenses and correct form of verbs. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Leave a like and comment. Subscribe. And do share the video among your friends.